The Doctor Who production team has to be out of their freaking minds. They're doubling down so much on Ncuti Gatwa and, of course, Millie Gibson. Even though Millie Gibson's already reported to have exited the show, it's getting more and more absurd. We've, of course, heard in interviews that they're going to inject a ton of leftist politics into the upcoming series. We saw that the Christmas special was just absolutely cringeworthy, and the Goblin song was just the weirdest thing I've ever seen in Doctor Who history. The By generation before that, where he literally kicked David Tennant out of the TARDIS, was absolutely one of the worst films in sequences in Doctor Who history. Very, very sad to watch this. And of course, the ratings numbers have shown the same thing. Audiences across platforms have been complaining about just the quality over the last few episodes, even worse than the Jodie Whittaker stuff before, believe it or not. And of course, the ratings have been low. The overnight ratings on all of these kept hitting just record lows. And of course, this is the record low premiere episode as the Church on Ruby Road for any Doctor in history. But can it get worse? Apparently so. Well, if you want to read into Steven Moffat's sort of comments on this, you can look at it and go, wait a minute, they're promising it's going to get worse after this. Let's see what he has to say. My name is John Delarose. I'm a #1 best-selling author and award-winning comic creator. I really appreciate you guys being here. Please check out my links in the description below. I'm an editor-in-chief of a news website. We make the news here, and we really appreciate you being here. All right, this comes from That Park Place by John Trent, another great newsman in the industry right now. Steven Moffat had high praise for actor Ncuti Gatwa and Russell T Davies' new Doctor Who series, despite the debut being one of the worst performing episodes in the show's history. And so this is what Moffat has to say right now. He was talking to Radio Times. I think Ncuti's going to be an amazing Doctor. He's going to be different. That's one thing for sure. And the rumors are out there that he's going to be gay at the end of all of this. We'll see how this all happens. But I've seen this. I think we all have in the giggle that he's got all the command and all the presence of a classic Doctor, plus a whole funky new thing that's going on. I love when... this is one of my funny... I love watching white people talk about black people, and they want to dance around the fact that, like, the elephant in the room, that like this is weird that he became a black guy, and so they use words like funky in order to try to like be like, hey guys, I like people of color too, to their little woke crowd. And this is exactly what he's saying here. He says, that's what we need. Of course, that's referring to his blackness right there. And that's exactly what this is all about. It's about a race replacement, race swapping, gender swapping. All of Hollywood just wants to make sure that the white male is purged as the hero. And we've seen this for years. This is nothing new at this point. But it's just cringy every single time you see it. Because the funky new thing's great. Got to get that funk. What other words? How's your jive going, brother? My God, Steven Moffat. But what they really got to have is, I'm the guy who gives the orders, and he doesn't really seem like that. He seems like a flamboyant homosexual from the way he's acted. And this is the one thing here. He says, I particularly like from the giggles when he orders David Tennant out of the TARDIS. He says, "Beat it, kid," and that's great. So I thought that was extremely disrespectful to David Tennant. It was saying, we are replacing you. We are using the demographics to replace you. It was a message to the fans. And it's saying your old stuff doesn't matter to us whatsoever. This Doctor Who that you actually love, we own it and you don't. We're going to destroy it. We're going to do whatever we want to it, and you can't do anything about it. Beat it, kid. That's what it's saying. And that's exactly what Steven Moffat's saying is a wonderful thing. And that's the attitude of all these people in these positions. This is the whole problem. Steven Moffat, Russell T Davies, they all are so arrogant. They're all so entitled in Hollywood. They hate their own fans, and they say, this is mine. My sandbox. It's about what I want, not what you want. And that is something that's new in our culture over the last 20 years, when Hollywood used to try to produce things that the audiences wanted. Of course, that's how you make money. You'd think that's simple, but oh well, not anymore. It's the era of identity politics. Moffat says he's going to be a magnificent Doctor, and 20 years from now, people will be complaining that he's not still in the show. I don't know about that, because nobody's complaining about Jodie Whittaker not being there. Thank God. I mean, at least it's not that, I guess, but it could always get worse. Now, apparently, Gatwa is signed through 2029. Bad Wolf Productions has told me this personally. We'll see how long he actually lasts as the Doctor, as the ratings will, in my estimation, continue to spiral over the next couple of years. What do you think about Steven Moffat's comments? I think they're more entitled BS, personally. Leave a comment down below. Of Of course, hit the like and subscribe button. Love to hear from you, and we'll see you soon.